In Underroot Hollow, the shared well had become a gentle kind of miracle. Gnomes carried tiny buckets, beetles polished the stone rim, and even the moss seemed to drink more happily than before. For many days, the hollow was calm. Then one afternoon, a travelling vole merchant arrived with a cart that squeaked like a sleepy violin. His coat was stitched with bright pockets, and each pocket held a bottle that glittered gold in the light. "Miracle Root Tonics," he called softly. "One sip for strength, one sip for safety, one sip for peace of mind." The younger gnomes gathered around at once. Pip was with them, listening as the vole promised that his tonics could protect anyone from another drought. "But the well is full now," Pip said. "Full today," the merchant replied with a kind smile. "And what of tomorrow?" That question settled over the younger gnomes like a cool shadow. A few of them began carrying extra jars, then more. Soon, small stacks of water jars appeared beside beds, beneath tables, and near doorways. No one was thirsty, yet everyone looked worried. Nettle noticed first. She stood beside the well with her arms folded and her nose tipped high. "Worry grows fast when someone waters it," she muttered. Bramble did not answer at once. He only watched the hollow quietly, as he had watched it for many decades. He saw children clutching jars too tightly, beetles pausing before they carried water to the herb beds, and old friendships growing stiff with suspicion. The beetle colony had worked so hard to help share the well. Now even they looked uncertain. The vole merchant nodded at the jars and smiled more widely. "A wise habit," he said. "A prepared village is a safe village." Pip felt two feelings pulling at him at once. One was fear, tiny and sharp. The other was the memory of all the hands that had joined together to fix the well in the first place. That evening, Bramble invited everyone to gather near the moonlit roots. He spoke gently. "When a thing is hard to understand," he said, "it is tempting to hold it tightly. But water shared in trust lasts longer than water hidden in fear." Some gnomes nodded, some did not. The vole merchant stayed quiet, twirling one whisker with a polished paw. Pip looked at the jars stacked beside the wall. He saw how many there were. He saw how tired the beetles looked. He saw how the hollow, once warm and cooperative, had started to tremble. Then he did something small and brave. He picked up his own jar and carried it to the center of the circle. "This is for everyone," he said. The words were not loud, but they were clear. He set the jar beside the well, then took a bowl and filled it. One bowl became two. Two became four. Soon other gnomes began to move as well. A beetle worker lifted a jar to help. Nettle offered cups. Bramble gave a slow, proud smile. No one was forced, no one was hurried, but the fear began to loosen, little by little, like a knot untied in candlelight. The vole merchant watched the circle of sharing grow. His bright smile thinned into something smaller. After a moment, he quietly rolled his cart away, the bottles jingling like distant rain. By the time the moon climbed higher, the hollow was calm again. The jars were returned to the shelves. The well shimmered in the center of the clearing, simple and steady. Pip stood beside it, feeling his heart settle.